It is a very rainy, cold day, and the birds are so loud. But I'm walking to the post box to drop off all my Patreon postcards. Go for a little rainy walk. Signs of spring. It's happening. Pretty much everything is brown with a bit of green, and there are a few trees that are blossoming. Anyways, it's good to see you all, and I don't know what this video is going to be. It's just a bunch of clips from mostly February. Everything is dripping. Headed home now. I try to make the walk last a little longer, but it is quite cold. That humidity makes it way colder. It's like in my bones. So anyways, I'm gonna try to put together some clips of what happened in February while my face is numb. And then I'll see you later in the video. I can finally see the light at the end of the winter tunnel. There are little signs of spring popping up everywhere. And although we have a little ways to go, it's giving me so much hope and excitement for the warmer weather to come. As someone who relies on a deep connection with nature, these cold months are so difficult. The area I live in northeast Scotland, is the farthest north I've ever lived. And living in such a northern climate has made me realize there are definitely things I need to do to keep my sanity, to stay grounded throughout the winter. The thing is, no matter where you live in the world, you're probably going to have struggles of some kind, whether it's infrastructure or weather, who knows. But the struggles I feel in winter here are far outnumbered by the magnificent weather we have in spring, summer, and autumn. And all I need to do is picture my toes in the sand and painting the waves, and things feel a lot better. Cheers. Fingers. Look at it. Okay. Happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary.
Really? Look, I was making everyone jealous today. Good.
Go for chair bite.
Hello, my friends. Wow, it is so bright out. I'm outside. I'm outside on the coast, and it is one of the first days in a while. Wow, that's heavy. Set the tripod down. It's one of the first days in quite a while that there's barely any wind, although it is only 1 degrees out, so it's quite chilly. But I just am dying to be on the coast for a little while and paint, take some photos, and just watch the waves. It's so peaceful, and I really missed it. And I can't be out here when it's cold and windy. So let's go find a spot to sit. Can't even describe how amazing this feels, just being outside for more than 5 minutes without freezing. It's weird because it said it was 1 degrees in my car, but there's no wind or virtually no wind, and now the sun is like beaming down on me. So all of that combined is just making me feel warmer. Like my face is pretty numb. Maybe you can hear it in how I'm talking, but I feel warm. Like I don't have this feeling of I need to rush out of here because I'm freezing. Anyways, it is March 1st. I meant to post a video a while ago, but I just felt so uninspired. This time of year is so hard for inspiration. I find February feels more like a transition month, like we're coming out of winter, entering spring. The days are starting to get longer, which is wonderful, so there's a little more light, but it is still freezing, and usually the weather is just nasty in February. I mean, we still have a little ways to go before real spring, but things are budding, the days are longer, I'm able to sit outside for a little bit longer. These are all good signs. February feels like one of those months that lasts for an eternity while we're waiting for spring. But it also went by in a blink of an eye. When I think back about everything that happened, there's a lot of events, a lot of stuff happening. I turned 39 a few days ago. I know that's not a milestone age or anything, but it feels momentous to me because it's only 1 year away from 40. 40 is one of those milestone years, birthdays. And this year I didn't do anything. Just stayed home, had takeaway, pizza, my favorite pizza, mind you. I tried to take this whole week off, but I ended up working a little just because it's in my nature. But mostly I did have a lot of downtime around my birthday, and this weekend is my last weekend before I get back to work. So, yeah. It's been a very chill end of February. Age is just a number to me. I used to be a little weirded out when I would go into the next decade. When I turned 20, when I turned 30, I remember feeling like, oh my gosh, I'm getting so old. And now I look back on it and just laugh. That's such a ridiculous mindset. I think you are as old as you feel. And I feel like I'm both 20 years old and I feel like I'm 180 years old. It just depends on the day. But next year for my 40th birthday, I want to go to Greece, southern Italy or Greece, one of those. Maybe with a couple girlfriends and Wolfie, we'll see. I don't like to plan too far ahead because life gets in the way. Life is what happens when you're busy making plans. It's better to have ideas and goals, and you can make some plans, but I stay flexible. I feel like I'm really out of practice with talking to the camera. I just want to sit and sketch and not think about anything. There's so much heaviness in the world right now. There's so many heavy things going on. It can be really hard to escape. And I feel like even if you can only take 5 minutes, however long you can afford to step away, to unplug, get away from news, get away from social media, get away from people, and connect with nature. It's one of the very few pure, peaceful things we have left in the world. But it's only possible if you disconnect. Like if I was sitting here on my phone scrolling on social media, it's not the same. And that, I think, is hard for a lot of people these days. It's hard to disconnect. We come from nature. It's only very recently in our species that we've disconnected from nature. It's just a habit that you pick up your phone and start scrolling without even noticing. So like leave your phone in the car for 5 minutes and sit somewhere, even if it's a park, and just watch the trees, watch the branches move in the wind, or watch birds feeding on the ground, anything to connect. I think some people meditate and it has a similar effect, but it's proven that listening to waves and rain and rhythmic nature sounds is proven to lower your heart rate, to lower your blood pressure. And I think it's why a lot of people are starting to make an effort to reconnect with nature. Maybe some people found it again during COVID when they were forced to stay home. I have to admit, I have been utterly exhausted lately, like pretty much all through January, February. I am dipping into the last reserves of energy that I have, that I saved up over the summer and autumn last year. I've been working out every week. That's probably the only reason I haven't gone totally comatose. Working out makes me tired, but ultimately gives me more energy, which sounds weird, but it's true. So even if it's only once a week, it helps tremendously. And I increased my vitamin D. I have a SAD lamp, one of those lamps that's like daylight lamps, because we'll have days of no sun. And that's like the only thing that keeps me sane. Little by little, I'm able to get outside and just be in nature, which is incredible. I feel this very intense guilt for not making videos regularly here. The thing is, I have my art channel, my full-time art business. That's where my priority has to be in order to make a living. And I love making videos about Scotland, but it takes a lot of time. And when I have so low energy, I feel like I need to devote any remaining energy and time to my business, my practice, to survive. So I'm starting to realize the reality of having two channels means one is going to be a little more dormant in the winter, in the heart of winter. But then in the spring and the summer, when I start going on more adventures, I think the filming, this kind of thing comes more naturally, and I have more energy for it. So it's just the reality of my situation. I hope you understand. I have had a few comments like, hey, when are you going to have another video? Hey, please post a video. And it's like, I don't have anything to share. Unless you want hours of me petting my cat. I'm always amazed at what happens when I put pen on a piece of paper. Like, there was nothing, and now there's something. Like, that is magical. Regardless of how good it looks, it's still a thing. It exists. So what's new with everyone else? Any big exciting plans? Anyone doing anything fun? I want to live vicariously through you. We do have a couple exciting things on the horizon. Monday, we're getting our new couch. I finally ordered one, a sofa bed, and well, you'll see, I guess, in the next video. And then in the middle of March, something very exciting is happening. Not going to reveal it yet. Maybe some of you know or some of you can guess. Okay, I'm sitting here chatting and not drawing and painting, and now I am getting a little cold. Even though it's sunny, it's deceivingly cold. So let's get some progress on this. Apparently I was recording the entire way home in my pocket. Anyway, hopefully next time I see you, Scotland will be a little greener, a little more interesting. I tend to record during the sunny, inspiring, beautiful days. But days like this are way more normal. Just heavy moisture, gray, which makes everything more dull. Although where I live in particular, it is pretty green compared to a lot of other places in the Highlands. If you go driving around the Highlands, you'll see pockets of really green and really gray, brown, drab areas. So, it just depends where you are, I guess. I'm gonna go inside and make some coffee, and I will see you all next time. Thank you for hanging out with me. Take care.